we doing? Come on, what the... Oh!
It's ketchup packets.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, YouTube.
And welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Today we are going to be watching Season 1, Episode 3 of The Expanse. Remember the Cant. So I guess first thing we should do is say welcome to all the new subscribers and viewers.
Yeah, it's great to see you all here. Super stoked that you guys are watching.
Honestly, pretty surprised by how many people have showed up right away, but it's great to have you all here. It's fun to see all the feedback and comments about our watching of the first episode. And the second one hasn't been posted yet, but it will be soon. Yeah, we're excited to keep going. So, The Expanse. Where are we at from last episode, Nate?
Well, at the very end of last episode, they got infiltrated by Martians. There was a whole survival situation where they were stuck in their little like pod ship.
Yeah, the escape pod, or the shuttle. No, it was a shuttle they took over to the Scopuli.
And they had to flush out all the oxygen for a minute, and then 2 people almost died.
Yeah.
It was a lot of...
That's a fun time.
It was a stressful situation on their little shuttlecraft.
And then the Martian Congressional Republic showed up and took them prisoner. So, what's going to happen with that? Is this a good situation or a bad situation?
I can't decide what I think of it. I have a feeling that it's going to be a better situation than we think it is.
Yeah, I think it's not as bad as the characters are worried it is.
Yes.
Like, they just saw a Martian ship blow up the Scopuli. They think they will be killed, too. Obviously, we know we're watching a TV show. These are our characters. They're not all just going to be killed. So, something else has to happen instead.
I mean, they killed off a lot of characters in the first episode that I was certain were going to be, like, characters.
Jonathan Banks, right? Like, did he... I mean, he had his freak out. Did he get taken off the Cant at that point?
I think he did. I think he got off the Cant.
Okay, because,
I think they sent him home. He was not doing so hot.
And it seems weird that he would get blown up in the first episode, but I think we received a comment on the first one that said, I don't think Jonathan Banks survived that explosion at the end, so that's implying that he's not coming back, but I don't know if that person is speaking from knowledge of the show, or... Yeah.
Might be trying to throw us off.
It could be. What else? So we also have the Belter terrorist who committed suicide by avoiding the gravity drugs, or whatever those were.
They put him in the water tank. We got a little bit of information about why exactly they're so pissed.
We got a comment that reminded me why I recognized that lady's voice. She's
oh yeah, that's right.
the Quarian Admiral in Mass Effect 2. Of course, I should have known that. I feel bad for not. So thank you, commenter. I can't remember your name right now, but I really appreciate you reminding me about that.
Yeah, trying to think about what else happened. Oh, so we have the detective still just like looking for his target. We got a little bit more information about her.
That's right.
Kind of like her personality and stuff like that, and like why she's aloof.
Yeah, and her dad was the Dharma Initiative videos guy from Lost. Right. Miles' father. We were Lost nerds back in the day, so if you ever want to leave any comments about Lost, we will understand them. Well, I don't know. Should we get to it then?
Yeah, without further ado.
About all for recap? Yeah. Alrighty. Let's watch Remember the Cant. Oh, that's right. He sent this out.
Oh, that's right. So they didn't want him to send that because it would be the Martians would have seen it, right?
It's going to cause political tensions.
Stay calm, and everything will be okay.
No, not like this. Stay calm. Unte kortin konjaku. Dobučujke.
Stay calm. And say Colton Gonyego to Pochuyeke.
Better. Every time better.
That was pretty good.
She's teaching him Belter? Or what is going on here?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go.
You just got here.
Everybody's been pissed about the extended water rations. Losing the Canterbury is just going to make that worse. Radicals are going to try to exploit the situation.
You can't blame them.
OPA roundup. Fine by me.
There will be no preemptive arrests.
We've seen this mustache
of
guy a
any
couple
OPA
times
members.
now. Want to know what his deal is.
Legal residents of the belt. We're an Earth Corp. We will remain impartial. You bust any heads and I'll bust yours. Dismissed.
Great speech.
No police violence today.
Still got that cracked screen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sit, you're not staying.
Juliet Mao.
That's not important right now.
Oh, no, it's important now. The Scopuli is the ship that holding guy got scooped up trying to save. Well, Julie Mao's on it. I checked the logs. All her shipmates were crewed up out of the same dock workers local right here on Sirius.
Just file the report. Close the case. Enjoy your tax-free bonus.
Someone tells me he's not getting off the case.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Aren't their uniforms?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Huh, it's just reading like their DNA.
Yeah.
Or I think they have like implants in their neck or
Yeah,
something
they're
like
chips, yeah, or
Yeah.
something. They're ID chips.
Alright, let's go.
What's wrong with that, guys?
that. Who knows?
Hey, go ahead.
Destroy the evidence.
It's like the Death Star.
It does.
We're prisoners. We have the right to legal counsel.
Hey, get up!
What the hell?
Yo, what are you guys thinking?
I'm interested in that guy.
Yeah.
Easy, fellas.
He's coming with us.
What? Alex! Alex!
Is he a spy or something? Does he work for the Martians?
It's a good guess.
We're gonna die.
Our full-length title sequence is gone.
I liked it too.
Yeah, it was cool.
Why would Mars blow up an ice freighter? It makes no sense.
They're trying to destabilize Sirius. This is a security issue. The Secretary General has to make a strong response.
Like what? We don't even know that the Martians are behind this. We have the word of some ice hauler named James Holden.
He was a naval officer.
You saw his service record.
He has no reason to lie. Sirius is our station, the key to the belt. With those reasons...
Fleet Command will not support redeployment unless we have proof. I seriously doubt the Secretary General will want to override us on this.
The Admiral's right. Until we know more, we sit tight and wait.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately,
Don't go to war unless you're 100% sure.
Yeah, no, we got one video from a guy.
I hope.
$50 says I can beat you to the end of the concourse.
Bubbles.
Frank.
$50 seems like it will be an outdated expression
Yeah.
in the 23rd century.
Have two, it's past noon.
It's the same dude.
A bit of a rabble-rouser.
It's a very high-profile way to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like to laugh.
Great. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mormons aren't funny, but can we have a comedy night at the Laugh Shack?
Space Mormons!
Prove you wrong. Can I put your name on the list tonight?
Nice.
All right, Captain Shadid. That's great. I'll be in touch next week to remind you.
Now you stay on him, because the captain tends to get kind of forgetful.
Yeah, if you don't hear back from me, just keep trying.
Will do, brother.
That's amazing.
Break it up.
Come on. You'll have your day's mark as well, brother. Yeah? See, I'm looking forward to it.
Come on, let's go.
Smash his megaphone?
Yeah, was that a megaphone or was it like hooked into a sound system? It was
I
just
mean-
like a voice amplifier?
Ultimately, what's the difference?
Yeah, I guess so.
He smashed it.
Yeah.
Let's see, can't be any of
The style of his sideburns is a little weird. It's all futury, I guess.
Least of all you. A cute girl kidnapped side job.
Coming for me, will you? Just for an hour.
tread carefully.
You're gonna try to frame us. Think about it, all they need is one false confession.
And I wonder who'll crack first.
Shut up.
You.
God, their armor is terrifying.
Yeah. That lady's got a very mean expression on her face, too.
Martians don't like fun. I recognize that guy.
I was gonna say that guy looks familiar. I think I've seen him in something. Can't place what.
Drug of some kind.
5 fathers, 3 mothers.
Me, yeah.
8 parents, 1 child.
Yes.
Did you know your true parents?
They were all my true parents. Full genetic mix.
And which female did you gestate?
Well, Mother Elise had the widest hips, so...
Why would you destroy the Canterbury?
What? Earth and Mars have been stepping on the necks of the Belters out here for over 100 years, and I didn't want to be the boot.
So you decided to switch sides.
I stopped playing.
Out to Saturn. Out to Saturn. Stop at Phoebe. Get the
Phoebe. Never stopped at Phoebe. It's a restricted station. Why did you nuke the Canterbury?
How long have you known that Naomi Nagata was an OPA operative?
What?
You never wondered why someone
Don't believe
with such
anything he
obvious
shows you.
intelligence
Yeah.
was wasting her life sealing cracks and fixing gauges on an ancient crumbling ice hauler?
I never asked.
Based on the desperate condition of your shuttle.
They're trying to turn you all against each other.
Yeah. Don't believe anything he shows you.
These are the hallmark skill sets of terrorists. Did Naomi Nagata effectuate those repairs? It's not impossible, is it?
Naomi's not OPA. I don't believe you.
You do now.
I wonder what that drug was.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll probably explain more.
Yeah.
It's an interesting introduction to it, though. It was fast.
Got reports there's some dangerous contraband type shit in here, okay? Hey, nobody leaves until we're done, okay?
There's no coping here, Carl.
I'm looking for Anderson Dawes. Think he might be my friend? Kind of runs things around here, right? You might know about that.
Gray water into wine, wine into gray water. We're gonna retire to Mars in the Mariner Valley Circle of Life.
Wait, please don't tell me I'm drinking your pee, because it's delicious.
No. They're working on the foundation, so they haven't spliced our plumbing into the vineyard's hydroponics yet.
He wasn't serious.
Of course.
Our operatives caught an OPA agent with Martian theft composites. Mars is working with the OPA.
The Martians wouldn't do that.
I think you love them too much.
I bet those pretty tin suits bind up something awful in the garage.
Emma, so you're okay?
Just dandy. I mean, all that fancy gear, the one thing they don't allow for is scratching your junk.
Yeah, I get junk itch too sometimes.
Pretty bad, actually.
What I recommend to my patients is Uvasol. It's an antifungal cream, and the best thing about it is if you put it under your tongue, it helps to
He
relax.
doesn't need ball cream shit, because he's got no balls. The Martian Navy took that away from him when he joined up. Those tin suits are anatomically correct.
You want me to put you down again?
Come on in. Try.
All right, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, with pleasure.
Oh. So was he just, like, getting that guy's goat, or is he serious about the Martian Navy castrating people?
Yeah, I was wondering that same thing. I feel like it might have been like, symbolically took them.
Yeah, just talking shit.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, I think.
Because I would never join.
Yeah,
That was
you'd
the
have a
case.
recruit problem.
Yeah.
I flew with the Mars Navy for 20 years before I shipped off on the Cant. So,
respect. They told me a lot of stuff. Made me realize I don't know a good goddamn about you. You honestly think that Mars destroyed the Canterbury? Why would they do that? How the hell should I know? Then think about it. Who stands to gain if Earth and Mars get into a throwdown? How well do any of us really know Naomi?
Point at Naomi again. Why?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
What's going on, guys? These men refuse to top up our water tanks. We'll die out there without it.
So die. Mars killed the cats!
Hey, back these guys up. Hey, you.
You're taking this side, kid.
You stay there.
So he just shot some holes into that barrel full of questionable material, right?
I'm not sure.
Give the Martians their water!
Is that Jared Harris?
No, they're not animals.
What?
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Every right to be angry. You should be angry. Treat them the way they should treat us.
Yeah.
I'm Edison Dawes. You wanted to talk?
Ellison Dawes? Or Doss? Or
Edison Dos.
Ellison? Can't make sense of the Belter accent.
This isn't your beat. What you want? Oh, Juliet Andromeda Mount. She's OPA. Parents want her found.
What does OPA stand for again?
I don't remember. Yeah, it's the Belter Terrorist Organization.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it officially stands
She
for.
in relation to Jude Piermont? An Earth Corp may pay your salary, but you were born here. Lived your whole life on series. I think that under that ridiculous hat, there's a Belter yearning to find his way home.
I love that everyone just keeps ripping on his hat.
Yeah. At least it's self-aware.
Other than the money, what do you care? Huh? You didn't know her. Series will need men like you in the days to come.
I haven't really seen Jared Harris do anything like this before. I dig it.
Yeah. Creepy.
History is quite impressive.
You use us Belters as slaves.
How is the ice on Phoebe?
How would I know? Phoebe's a research station off limits to Belters.
Belt.
Do you think I'm OPA?
No, those things are good for your brain, man.
Maybe they are.
Maybe they are.
Why did you leave the Canterbury?
We were answering a distress call.
Our freighter captain would not have answered it. So who did? Who registered the call? Someone who survived? The brute? The so-called medic? No. Was it you? Was it you? Hands where I can see them. It was Holden. He registered the call. You and Holden are working together.
The extreme close-ups are intense.
Yeah.
The hell is this? You join up?
Wait, what? That's an option?
What did you guys do to suck it?
Everything. I told them everything. Anything they wanted to know, I told them. I think I made some stuff up at the end. I can't remember. I just kept talking. They told me Naomi's OPA. Is that true?
Who cares? They'll say anything to get in our heads. They
Finally,
told me
somebody
that you faked
talking
your
sense.
medical records and sign on to the Cant
I like
away from
Amos.
doctor
Yeah.
like you're dead. You okay?
boys, they're not gonna play with us all day. So unless y'all want to spend the rest of your lives breaking big rocks into little ones on Olympus Mons, somebody better come clean.
You stopped me from chasing down the ship that killed the Cant. Why?
Because you were being a reckless idiot.
Yeah? Well, it's because they were friends of yours.
Watch your mouth.
And you. No one knows anything about you, except you do whatever she says.
So what was my big plan?
This is exactly what they
To sit on
want.
a shit bucket like the camp for 5 years while all of this got set up.
Sleeper agents. You ever heard of them?
Well, screw you!
You ever heard of those? Enough! Hey! I'm ready to talk! But only to your captain! I'm ready to talk. Captain will speak to you now.
Well, certainly the design of their spaces and their uniforms makes it seem like the Martians are fascists.
Yeah, exactly. Not really a friendly air about them, is there?
The spike in chatter was panic. They were calling to see if anything was missing. And since they had to ask, it means that they didn't give it to anyone. They didn't destroy the Canterbury.
Then who did?
Okay, so this lady's not some crazy warmonger. She really just wants the truth.
You will put out the fire you started by telling everyone, everywhere, that Mars is innocent. That the Canterbury was destroyed through the actions of Naomi Nagata, an operative of an OPA sleeper cell. Are you willing to make that statement?
We don't know that.
Yeah.
Bring up the bogey.
Yes, sir.
He told her to come on the shuttle, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been tracking it inbound ever since we picked up your distress call. It's not one of ours, or hers, and it won't answer our hails. We suspect it was sent for Naomi Nagata. What do you think now?
There's a lot of guesses.
Yeah.
A lot of people trying to start wars on guesses.
Yeah.
Hey, Miller, you need to get your ass back down to Medina now. We got problems.
Damn it, we got skirmishes in the Rossi Bird.
Rusty Bird. Come on, chase down there.
What?
She kinda needs us here, pal.
You want to take it, go.
Be alright.
Please return to your homes. Return to your homes.
You heard her. Get the hell out of here. Go home.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Protest turns to riot.
They all got matching sticks.
You know what I love most about Mars? They still dream. We gave up. They're an entire culture dedicated to a common goal, working together as one to turn a lifeless rock into a garden. We had a garden, and we paved it.
They couldn't do any of that.
Paved paradise and put up a parking lot.
From Earth.
Good song.
Mm-hmm.
I've been banned from Mars for life.
Damn.
Apparently,
Dang.
I'm an alarmist who caused the MCRN to expose classified stealth technology hubs.
We may have stopped a war. For a while, anyway.
Do you remember? We were very young. A couple of us played cards at your house.
I remember I didn't like to be excluded.
Well, you always lurked on the side. You were, I don't know, however old that is, but we let you in. And when the deal came to you, you called your game. Tennessee, three-finger hold'em. You said we each get 5 cards. You dealt them out. Then you pointed to the far end of the yard and you said, now.
Whoever gets to the tree first wins.
You dropped your cards and were halfway there before anyone else realized what was happening. Never seen your father more proud.
What?
See, here's the thing.
Yeah. What?
I was terrified for you. I didn't know why. You will do anything to win. Just like your father. That's what got him killed. I won't play with you.
Seems like she just made up a nonsensical
Yeah,
game.
that's not winning. Making up your own rules isn't winning.
It's also not something to be proud for?
It's a nice exposition dump, though, him telling
Yeah.
her a story that she was there for.
Yeah.
But we learned that her father died because she will do anything to win.
So did he? Sounds like he lost, though.
Well, I imagine that we will have that filled out more as we continue watching.
Stay calm, okay? Take all thing when you get what you get. Come on, guys, it's over. Just go home.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Come on, what the? Oh!
Remember the
cat. Ouch.
Remember he's from Earth.
Yeah.
What? What?
Yeah, and they knew that.
Jesus.
Oh.
Whoa.
I don't know. You think he survives that?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
That looked like a big metal dowel through
the chest
sternum
area. Yeah.
That was not good.
I mean, even future medicine would have a hard time with that, I think.
I mean,
but
in the first episode, didn't they make a reference to Earth having some kind of like advanced metagel that would regrow the guy's severed hand?
yeah,
So,
no, they did.
but this is Ceres, not
yeah,
Earth, so it's
yeah,
doubtful
it's
that they'll
also-
have anything.
Yeah, it's
But
pretty.
dang, that was really violent.
Yeah, that was intense.
Well, yeah, lots of plot on this episode.
Yeah, wow.
Definitely. The story is picking up steam. Our prediction about the Martians was kind of right. I mean, they didn't just get killed
Yeah.
right away, but they're definitely not friendly either.
Yeah, I don't like them as much as I sort of pictured that they were going to end up being like, we need your help or something.
Yeah,
like
I thought that they'd sort of just be in just another country with another military that's like, hey, we want to know what's going on here too. That's kind of what I was anticipating seeing, but...
Yeah, like their badness had been blown out of proportion and then
Exactly,
we'd actually get
right, yeah.
contact with them. And, no, but they seem pretty fascist and
Yeah,
evil.
they're kind of the imperial aesthetic that you mentioned. Yeah, it's definitely there. And they have the weird drug that the interrogator takes instead of the subject. That's counterintuitive. I'm wanting to know more about how that works and what the deal is with that.
It seems like he was able to kind of human lie detect, but that's also just something that interrogators can do.
Right. Well, and
does it make him extra persuasive? I'm not fully understanding what that's all about.
His responses were bizarre too. Like the way that he was talking back to them wasn't like it seemed to be on a different level than just like he's playing psychological head games. Like he seemed to be operating in some sort of a weird mode.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. I don't think that Naomi is... I mean, I definitely don't think she's responsible for the destruction of the Cant, and I don't know if I even believe that she's an OPA agent. I don't think that they should be believing anything the Martians are telling them when they take them prisoner.
Don't trust them.
Don't trust anyone interrogating you.
Yeah.
Ketchup packet's hot tip.
I wonder why they have it out for Naomi so much. Like why they would specifically, because nothing about her character so far has suggested that she's like secretly in on this plot. Like,
Yeah.
even when he like was like, okay, you're coming with me on the shuttle, she was like, kind of rolled her eye. You know, every bit of the subtle pieces of her acting so far would give no evidence at all
Yeah.
that she's...
If anything, I would suspect the cowardly medic guy, the dude from Road Trip, you know, who's like saying, I told him everything, and I even made some stuff up at the end, you know? It's like he's... I mean, I don't think that... Like, they're pointing... Sort of showing his cowardice too hard for it to really be him. But like, if I were one of those people among them, he's the one I'd be worried was double dealing because, you know, somebody was pressuring him and he wanted to... He's demonstrated that he's willing to go to great lengths to save himself, I think, you know? So... Yeah,
that's an interesting point. I'm not really sure what to think about all that, because, I mean, the Martians do seem pretty sure that she's... Or at least they're alluding to the fact that they are sure of it to the crew.
Yeah, but I think they also sort of operate in a culture where certainty is what you need to project at all times.
Yeah,
you know?
Seemingly. It was also interesting, the old man mentioned that they were like one society all working towards a common goal, and there's sort of maybe a level of authoritarianism going on there where it's just like everyone just steps in line and that's what that's gonna look like. So
it's kind of a Starship Troopers sort of vibe.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like we all need to band together for this one common cause, and in order to do that, there have to be very rigid rules in place about how you can go about living your life and stuff.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Although I'm still open to the possibility that they're setting up the Martians to be like the clear bad guys, but then maybe like if we ever get to see Mars, like, and see them operating, that they'll still project this idea of like these are just people too.
Yeah.
Like just trying to be people.
Definitely.
Like, we're definitely dealing with the Martian Navy right now.
Right.
They're being
Exactly.
interrogated and imprisoned.
And the military is not
terrorists.
representative of the whole people.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Even the like the ship's captain was kind of beginning to... She was much less just extremely militant like the rest of the Martians that we've seen so far.
She'd gotten to a level of... You know, she'd risen to a level where she could have a little bit of comfort and, you know, be able to relax her demeanor a little bit. I think people at those lower to middle management levels of fascist setups are all very... I have to be good at this, you know.
I cannot slip up once.
Can't project any weakness, or so that's maybe why she was a little more relaxed. Jared Harris, he is the series guy, the belt dude. Do you know him from? He's on Mad Men.
Yeah, I recognize his face. It's another one of those. I recognize his face, but I can't really place him.
He's on Mad Men. He is the main character on Chernobyl, which is a series that's coming down the pipe for ketchup packets.
Get
a
ready.
little while later.
Spoiler alert.
He also is the son of the actor who played Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potters before he died. So that might also be why he looks familiar, because his father was Richard Harris, who was that. That guy. The superior Dumbledore, in my opinion.
Hot take.
Yeah.
Hot take on Dumbledore.
But like, you know, in Mad Men, he's a guy in a suit in the 60s, and on Chernobyl, he plays like a Soviet scientist, also in a, you know, a straight-laced guy in a suit. So it was cool seeing him be more of like a rugged kind of character. Yeah, that was interesting, and I mean, given that it's Jared Harris, I'm anticipating he'll be on the show some more, and I'm excited to see more about that character and sort of what he brings to the table and what that actor is bringing to that role here. It's nice to get a little taste of him this time.
Yeah, I like the Belter accent.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's like a cool, and it would be an interesting challenge as an actor to like do an accent that doesn't really exist. It's like kind of a mishmash of other accents.
It's one thing like on Game of Thrones or in Lord of the Rings where they have actors that are speaking a language that doesn't exist, you know? So you're teaching them to say these words, but there's nothing to... Like, there's nobody who can hear it and say, oh, that's wrong, you know? With the accent, it's... I mean, I guess that's also the case with a Belter accent, but like they're speaking English words. So it has to be... Like, the accent has to all fit together, you know? It has to... It's hard to do, I think, and it's well done on this show, for sure.
So far.
I think they refer to it as Belter Creole.
Yep, Creole. Yep, that would make sense.
That's like a Caribbean English, right? Creole, is that what that is?
I don't know enough about it specifically.
Or I think
it's also like Cajun Creole is a thing too.
Yeah, I think it's like a French English mishmash or something like that. I just remember hearing that term in French class in high school, and so I don't remember exactly what dialect that refers to, but that's what they were calling that in this.
Interesting. Yeah.
What about going forward? What do we predict?
This show is so hard to predict specifically what's going to happen next. I really do not know.
And we're so early on yet, too, that they're still probably just going to be introducing more elements as well, instead of
absolutely. But we also did find out that Mars, possibly, judging by the information that they have, didn't know that their technology had been stolen.
Right.
So
whoever's behind this blue energy stuff that the missing girl saw in the cold open of the whole series, you know, that's related to whoever destroyed the Cant, clearly, because they had, you know, there's the hole in the side of the scapulae that wasn't there yet when we saw that first scene. So that's the missing element. I think we genuinely haven't seen
we don't have all the pieces
parties
yet.
behind this. Yeah.
And I'm kind of wondering if the conflict continues to escalate between Mars and... Because, I mean, they just got the transmission that, Jim sent?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, there's just the immediate aftermath from that, but then I have a feeling that things kind of begin to simmer down, like, on that front. Once we figure out what, like, the actual threat is.
Yeah.
Then, like, yeah.
Hopefully, maybe Earth and Mars will have to unite against some...
That's what I'm thinking.
...external enemy that they have been presented with. That'll be an interesting dynamic. I mean, the opening text at the beginning of the first episode talked about how tensions between Earth and Mars are very high, and all it's needed now is a match, you know? So that's why I think there were so many different parties in this episode that seemed very ready to go to war. They're like, okay, here it's time, here we go.
We have very little information, but it's enough for us to go to war on.
Exactly. And hopefully that's not where it goes. I like the Indian lady who genuinely seems to be trying to get to the truth. She seemed, you know, especially with how harshly she was interrogating that guy, that she might be somebody who's just eager to have a war happen. But I'm glad to see that's not the case.
Yeah, she's actually, like, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, which is...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well...
Space politics, man.
Yeah, it's... Seems like more of the same, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
What I recognize from our current problems just moved into outer space. So that's fun. Well, what do you think, Nate? Does that about wrap it up for this episode of The Expanse?
So. Yeah, I think so. Can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah, I'm really liking it a lot. I'm very intrigued.
On it, yeah.
I see why you all are saying that this is such a great show. It's a couple people in the comments have been saying, I know it's really confusing, but stick with it. It'll make sense later on. I'm not having too much trouble grasping it, and I'm definitely not feeling as though I need to power through and wait for it to get good. I'm definitely hooked already.
This is good.
It's a good show.
It's great.
Quality sci-fi. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. But until that next time, I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Take it easy, everybody.